Come in.
Hey, Maddie. Good to see you again.
Elena, good to see you.
So I had so much fun at that alumni event.
Oh, God, that was a blast, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was great.
Good time.
So I had a great time talking to Jack. He's been telling me a lot about YETI. So I'm really excited to let you guys know what YETI has to offer, especially for a company, Salesforce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what Salesforce has to offer for a company like YETI. So I'm going to give you my card before we get started. So this is my personal email and phone number. So if you have any questions after this meeting, feel free to reach out.
Great. I will hold on to that.
Yeah, the more questions, the better. So I know that you're a very busy woman. I just want to confirm that we have 20 minutes for this meeting. Is that
20 minutes? Yeah, I think that is accurate.
So hopefully, we stay on topic. I have a little agenda here.
Let's see it.
All right. So I just want to start off by figuring out a little bit more about you and your role at YETI, and then maybe we can kind of develop on what some of YETI's needs are, what are their challenges, what are their goals, and then from there kind of address what Salesforce might be able to kind of remedy.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah, and then after that we can kind of open up Salesforce. You can get an idea of what the product looks like, kind of get your hands on it, have a little fun with that, and then hopefully we can kind of explore some partnership possibilities. So kind of moving forward from there.
Let's get to it then.
So do you mind if I take notes during the meeting?
No, perfect. Go right ahead.
And then is there anyone else you want to have sit in?
You know, I'm just going to have to discuss this with Jack afterwards.
Okay, cool.
He's busy today, but you know what, we'll discuss and I'll let him know how this goes.
Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started then.
Let's do it.
So I have come up with some ways that I think YETI might benefit from Salesforce, but I still want to ask some questions to kind of fill in the blanks, get a better picture of YETI and what its challenges are. So Jack mentioned at the alumni event that you are experiencing a lot of growth. Obviously,
we are,
you guys just hit that 450 million
mark.
So
excited about
That's huge. So my biggest question is just where do you guys want to go from there? What are your goals moving forward?
So even though we have hit that final goal of 450, we're always looking to grow. We always want to continue to be growing, and we never want to plateau. Onwards and upwards is what we've been saying lately in the office.
Yeah, absolutely.
But most importantly, we want to continue to focus on our customers.
Right.
It's always been about them. It's always been our core values to maintain a strong relationship with them. That's huge for us. So
okay. Yeah. So just continuing to grow, being able to focus on the customer as that center of your company, which I think is so evident, which is awesome that you guys want to be so hands-on with your customers. Okay, so, well then...
I'm glad you noticed that.
Yeah, no, it's evident. So with all of that growth that you guys are experiencing, that's exponential growth that you're experiencing right now, what might be some challenges that you're seeing with being able to maintain those customer relationships or stay on top of your growth as it's happening so that you don't hit that plateau like you mentioned?
Yeah, so our old CRM system is, making it difficult to maintain and track all of our data.
Okay.
Just a little bit outdated, I'd say.
Okay.
It's slower, and it's less efficient, and it makes it difficult to compete with other companies, for sure.
Okay, so you need something that's going to be able to keep up with you as you guys grow.
Definitely.
Right, so that's going to be huge. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about this tracking system.
So we have our sales reps collecting data in the field, and then they come back and log it into either Excel, whatever data collection method that they choose, what works best for them and their managers. And then they report back to our managers and other YETI employers. And that's basically how we get it.
So with this system, so sales reps are coming in, recording the data that they see, giving it back to their managers. What are some of the biggest shortcomings that you have with this process?
So human error is, evident. It's going to occur. It hasn't been a huge issue yet, but besides that, it's, it's just inefficient, realistically. There's definitely got to be better ways to do it, and that's what I've been saying about our system being a little bit outdated.
Yeah, it seems very manual. It seems kind of time-consuming. Okay, so a little bit more detail on how your sales reps report back to your managers. So sales reps are bringing this information to them. Are managers responsible for more than one sales rep? How is that?
Yeah,
how does that system work?
Our sales reps are grouped by manager. Each manager is then responsible for a handful of sales reps, depending on how large their area is. It's probably ranges from about 5, maximum maybe 12. And that's a lot, but, the manager can decide how to collect that data from each of their sales reps.
Okay, so that manager kind of has their own system for how they're bringing in data. Other managers maybe do it differently. Yeah, so currently we leave it up to the manager to figure out what works best for them and their sales reps and how they want to be efficient and get the job done. Okay, all right. As long as they're getting the job done. Right. Okay, so it varies from manager to manager, and then I'm guessing that information is then kind of compiled for you to look at your sales data.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So what in that system, are there some specific components that you think might need improvement? Are there specific areas that just really aren't working?
Yeah, I've got a few actually. I would say the discrepancies in information as that information moves up the chain of command from sales to management. There's definitely some issues there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's definitely a telephone effect. Yeah. But then there's also just, the lack of organization generally. Like, I do like that each manager has, like, the different way they do it compared to other managers, but it's also, it's kind of disorganized in a way.
Right.
And then the information is not accessible across all departments.
Right.
I'd like it to be
more condensed.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. So managers are, kind of, I guess, organizing the information the way that works best for them. Do you think that managers, are they spending a lot of time dedicating to organizing this information? Do you know how much?
A little, yeah. I'd say at the end of each day, it just depends, how many sales got done or whatever. But I'd say it could range from about an hour to 2 at the end of the day.
Right.
So, managers compiling that data.
Mm-hmm.
And, that seems like a long time, and that's because it is. It really adds up at the end of the year, all those hours that they could have spent,
right.
working on
that's a lot of valuable
and
time.
Yeah.
Especially as the company grows. Their time is going to become more and more valuable.
Yeah, it's just the old way we've continued to use. And
right.
There's definitely some improvement we could do there.
Okay, so that's a lot of time spent of managers' really valuable time organizing and compiling data. And then I would think, as it moves along upper management, it takes even more time to kind of like sort it and make sense of it all.
Yeah, and
try to analyze it.
Yeah, compiling it all.
Okay, cool. So another thing I had a question about was, from what I understand, so sales reps obviously have the first point of contact with the customer.
Yeah.
So they have the biggest relationship with them.
Mm-hmm.
Are managers able to access that customer profile? Are they as involved with the customer?
So we make sure that the managers are still involved. Obviously, the sales reps have the closest contact. They're the ones talking to the clients and everything.
Right.
And ideally, the managers would be right there next to them. Mm-hmm. But, as we have grown and stuff, it's been harder for the it's mostly just the sales rep taking that contact and being more like the face of the interactions and whatnot.
All right. So there's maybe less involvement with the managers.
I would say that there's a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Do you think that might have an impact on customer relationships as you kind of move through upper management? They maybe don't have as close relationship with customers?
Yeah, just the impact would be that, there's just less connection between the company and them.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So now that I have that, kind of under my belt, what, if you guys are moving forward, what does your ideal CRM system look like? Are there characteristics that they just must have?
Yes. So as we're looking to, put in a new CRM system, my number one would be a streamlined process.
Right. Okay.
I think that would just create a lot of efficiency for the company.
Absolutely. Especially as things grow.
Yeah, especially as we're growing. Growing is good, but you got to make some changes along the way, obviously. Mm-hmm. And then, so the next thing I've been thinking about is bringing in information to a platform that is easily accessible to everyone. Mm-hmm. I'd really like to have that, group effort kind of thing where we can all, interact and, see what's happening throughout the company together, compilation, Mm-hmm. And then an accurate sales tracking system. Obviously, I think that's just a, guarantee.
Get rid of that human error.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the marketing metrics would be really nice.
Okay, cool. All right, so just to summarize, you want a streamlined process, so something that's a little bit smoother, a little bit more up the, in real time. Mm-hmm. Something that's accessible so that managers can kind of see information across departments.
Yep.
Some accurate sales tracking, so hopefully kind of reduce that human error to make sure that you're actually, accurately tracking your trends here. And then finally, marketing metrics.
Yes, these things would be ideal.
Really important. All right. So now that you've answered those questions for me, I have a little demo. Do you mind if I just show you what
I would love to see that. Okay, yeah, cool. Come on over.
All right. So I'm just going to pull up a chair so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay. So when you log into Salesforce, here is what your dashboard's going to look like.
Okay. I like that.
It's very organized. Something that we pride ourselves on. Yeah. What's really great about this is that it's completely customizable. So if this layout isn't working for your company, you have the ability to change that.
So we change that? Is that difficult to change around and stuff?
No, we made it as easy as possible to implement it for your company. You'll also get hands-on help from Salesforce
love it. So we're not on our own.
You'll have our help to integrate it with your company so that it's organized the most effective way. Mm-hmm. So to address those needs, so if you just want to check out, I'm thinking you can check out sales tracking first. So if you click on that app launcher button in the top left, and then come down. So we have our sales content here. So you'll be able to access all of your sales trends. So you have an idea of what that's looking like. You also have access to leads. So leads that haven't been followed up yet. You'll be able to see progress on each lead. So, where you are following up with that lead. Mm-hmm. You'll be able to see what your team has done today. So if a manager wants to log on and see what their team has done today, as far as their sales progress goes, they have access to that. You also have your top deals, your top clients.
Okay.
Yep.
Very organized.
It's all right there, very visible, and you can customize the way that it's presented. If you want to see this in a graph, if you want to see this in a bar chart, whatever way is best for your team, that's totally customizable, which might be a great way to customize from manager to manager, because you do have, managers that like to do different things, like you said, recording sales. So we can have all of that information compiled, and they can customize it to what works best for their team.
Okay.
So that's great. And then kind of bringing information together. So being able to access information across departments. We have this Salesforce chatter feature. So again, up in the app launcher, here's our chatter. So
that's the real-time thing you're kind of talking about.
Yeah, so this is in real time. So it's an area where teams can be really collaborative. So if you have a sales rep working with one client and they want to share information with another sales rep before they move on to their next, they can. Managers can also share information with their sales reps, and it's all visible, so you can kind of see the thread. It's a great way to collaborate and share ideas on.
I love the collaboration.
Right, which is great. Huge. Yeah, absolutely. Especially as you guys grow, having all of that information kind of in one place as you move from sale to sale is going to be really helpful. Let's see. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Again, what's really cool about this is it's available on mobile. So you can pull it up on your phone if you're running from sale to sale, whatever. It's all accessible on mobile. And then, so another thing, if we're trying to bring access to client information to our managers, you have the ability here. We'll input all of your clients. You can type in any client. So if you want to type in Dick's Sporting Goods, you could pull that up, and you'll see all of their so all of their purchase orders. Their trends in buying, what sales reps have worked with them, pretty much all of the business that you've done with one client is accessible for anyone in your company to view.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And then finally, marketing. So this is going to be really important. Obviously, as your company grows, you want to know how effective your marketing campaigns are, because those are going to be big costs.
100%.
Yeah. So you have a lot of great marketing metrics here, so you can see what campaigns are effectively targeting your target audiences. Tracking metrics, seeing what campaigns are most effective, things like that. So a lot of information here as far as...
And it's all right there in that app launcher. You put all these different...
Yep. Okay. And you can also customize who in the company sees what information. So if there is data that you don't want certain sales reps to have access to, you can. Managers can have more access to certain things.
And can that change throughout? Like if I change my mind, can I go back? Okay.
Yep. So you'll have...
and you said you have representatives that'll come in and help us figure everything out.
Implement it for your company, yes.
Okay.
All right, so the last thing I do want to talk about is pricing. So I'm going to come back to my folder here.
Let's get to it.
See the product, it's great. It solves itself. It has a lot of tools that hopefully can meet your needs.
Yep.
So let's talk pricing. So your initial setup fee is going to be $25,000. And then we have $185 per salesperson. So for the size of your company, it's going to be about $200,250.
Okay.
So you are getting a full return on investment with that. And we know this for a fact because we have taken a sample size we've done a similar sample, for a company close to YETI size. We're able to save you 20% of your purchase orders in your first year.
Just the first year, okay.
And just in the first year. So you're completely covering that cost in the first year. And that's going to actualize to about $90 million in revenue saved. And I know that we did talk about managers' time, especially as the company grows. It's going to become more and more valuable.
Right. Huge.
So Salesforce is going to save about 48 hours a week between inside and outside sales when it comes to purchase orders. So
48 hours. Wow.
That's a ton of time.
It's been adding up.
That's 2 extra days to your week that your managers can be doing more useful work.
Definitely.
Yeah. So do you have any questions for me now that I've given my spiel?
So I'm going to have to obviously get back and talk with my superiors and everything, and we're going to have to talk this through. But my only question is, are you free same time next Tuesday?
Yes,
I'll bring some more people to the meeting. We'll discuss.
Yeah, I'd love to get people to check out the demo again. So
you know what? And I have your card, and so reach out with any questions. But I'm going to bring some people to the meeting, get the demo done, and I'll see what they think.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much.
Good seeing you again, Elena.
Good to see you again. I'll hear from you soon. I'll be in touch.
Of course.
All right.